Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm standing in front of something that feels less like a vehicle and more like a moving piece of future architecture parked in the middle of nature. This is a fully fictional, concept-grade, AI-imagined luxury motorhome created purely for entertainment and creative exploration, designed to spark imagination rather than represent anything you can buy today. And everything you're about to hear is part of a storytelling experience meant to explore what future travel could feel like. And with that said, let me show you something extraordinary. Because right now, in front of me, sits a machine that looks like it escaped from a science fiction film and decided to live its best life in the mountains. This is not just transportation. This is a statement about how humans might move through the world in the decades ahead. From the very first glance, the silhouette alone tells you that this motorhome was never designed with conventional rules in mind. There are no sharp, boxy corners, no traditional RV proportions, no sense of compromise. Instead, what you're looking at is a continuous, flowing sculpture on wheels shaped by air, light, and futuristic ambition. Let's start at the front because that's where the emotional connection begins. The nose of this vehicle is dominated by an enormous panoramic black glass dome that curves seamlessly from the front bumper all the way into the roofline. It looks less like a windshield and more like the visor of an astronaut's helmet. The glass is deep, glossy, and almost mirror-like, reflecting the surrounding mountains and sky in a way that makes the vehicle blend into its environment. You don't just see the landscape around it, you see the landscape inside it. Embedded subtly into the lower section of this glass dome is a minimalist emblem floating like a hologram beneath the surface. No flashy branding, no oversized logo, just quiet confidence. Beneath the glass dome, running horizontally across the front fascia, is a razor-thin LED lighting blade. It stretches from one side of the vehicle to the other like a beam of frozen light. During the day, it looks elegant and understated. At night, you can imagine it glowing softly, guiding the vehicle through darkness like a futuristic lighthouse. The front bumper itself is smooth and sculpted, with no visible grills, vents, or aggressive cutouts. That tells us immediately that this motorhome is designed around clean energy principles. No roaring combustion engine, no need for massive air intakes, just silent efficiency. Moving along the side profile, the proportions become even more impressive. This is a long vehicle, not just long in length, but long in presence. It stretches gracefully across the pavement with a low ride height that almost feels impossible for something this large. The bodywork flows in a continuous wave from front to rear with no harsh interruptions. Every line looks intentional, every curve feels aerodynamic, every surface reflects light like liquid metal. The primary body color appears to be a pearlescent silver white with subtle blue undertones that shift depending on the lighting. In sunlight, it looks crisp and modern. In shadow, it becomes soft and mysterious. Running along the upper section is an elongated wraparound window strip tinted in a deep smoky gray. This single glass band replaces traditional segmented RV windows. Instead of small, chopped-up openings, you get one continuous panoramic experience. From inside, that would feel like living inside a floating observation deck. From outside, it gives the vehicle a sense of motion even when standing still. Just below that window line, you'll notice sculpted metallic contours that rise and fall like ocean waves. These aren't decorative for the sake of being decorative. They guide airflow, they strengthen the structure, they visually reduce the mass of the vehicle. One of the most striking features is the oval-shaped side window cutout near the midsection. It looks like a futuristic porthole. Surrounded by polished chrome trim, it adds a touch of retro space-age elegance to an otherwise hyper-modern design. That single window alone tells you that someone obsessed over every detail of this concept. Below that, integrated into the lower body, is a recessed entry stairwell with warm ambient lighting glowing softly from within. Instead of a clunky fold-out step, you get a seamless illuminated pathway. It feels more like entering a luxury yacht than an RV. Now let's talk about the wheels, because these are not typical motorhome wheels. They are massive turbine-inspired alloy rims finished in brushed silver with polished edges. Each spoke curves inward like a jet engine fan. This design isn't just aesthetic, it suggests integrated cooling channels for regenerative braking systems and high-efficiency motors. Wrapped around them are low-profile, reinforced touring tires designed for long-distance comfort rather than aggressive off-roading. This tells you the mission. This is for smooth highways, scenic mountain roads, endless coastal routes, not mud pits and rock crawling. The eyewell arches are softly flared and blended into the body, eliminating any sense of bulky add-ons. Everything feels organic. As we move toward the rear, the design continues to flow uninterrupted. There's no abrupt cutoff, no boxy rear wall. Instead, the back tapers gently like the tail of a high-speed train. Integrated rear lighting wrap around the corners in thin red arcs. When illuminated, they would look like glowing ribbons suspended in midair. The rear surface itself is clean, with hidden access panels for charging ports, storage, and service modules. No clutter, no visual noise. And that's the theme of this exterior: quiet luxury, thoughtful design, future-forward restraint. Standing next to it, you don't feel like you're beside a vehicle. You feel like you're beside a mobile living space designed for people who see travel as an art form. This is something meant for future travelers who value silence, sustainability, and serenity over raw power and excess. And that's only the outside, because what's happening inside this machine is where things get truly fascinating. So let's step in. As the side entry opens, you're not greeted by mechanical noise or heavy doors. Instead, there's a soft, almost ceremonial glide, accompanied by ambient lighting that slowly brightens to welcome you inside. It feels intentional. It feels calming. It feels designed to reset your mind the moment you enter. The first thing you notice is space. Not just physical space, but emotional space. The interior layout is completely open, with no cramped hallways or oppressive ceiling lines. The floor is finished in matte composite wood panels infused with recycled carbon fibers. It looks warm. It feels durable. It reflects soft light beautifully. The walls are wrapped in fabric-textured panels that combine acoustic insulation with temperature regulation. This means silence inside, even at highway speeds. To the left, you have a modular lounge area. Plush seating upholstered in vegan leather blends into the wall when not in use. With a simple gesture, it transforms into a panoramic relaxation zone. A transparent OLED display spans the window, allowing you to overlay navigation, weather, or star maps directly onto the outside view. You're not watching the world, you're interacting with it. Further in, the kitchen module slides out from a hidden compartment. It includes an induction cooktop, a molecular water purifier, and a compact hydroponic herb garden built into the counter. You're cooking with fresh basil grown inside your own motorhome. That's the future. Opposite the kitchen is the dining and workspace hub. A floating table adjusts height automatically based on whether you're eating, working, or relaxing. Surrounding it are adaptive seats that subtly shift posture to reduce fatigue. Behind that area is the sleeping suite. This is not a fold-out bed. This is a sanctuary. A queen-sized smart mattress rests on a vibration-isolated platform. The mattress adjusts firmness based on your sleep patterns. Overhead, a digital skylight simulates natural daylight cycles, even when parked in darkness. You wake up with the sunrise, no matter where you are. Adjacent to the bedroom is the washroom module. It features a water recycling shower system, mist-based sanitation, and self-cleaning surfaces. Every drop of water is reused intelligently. Every surface stays hygienic with minimal effort. Now let's talk about the cockpit. At the front, beneath that massive glass dome, is a minimalist control environment. There is no traditional dashboard. Instead, information is projected directly onto the glass using adaptive AR layers. Speed, energy usage, route optimization, all floating in front of you. The steering interface is a retractable yoke that folds away during autonomous cruising. When engaged, it feels precise and responsive. When disengaged, the space becomes a lounge. Powering this entire experience is a fictional hybrid energy system known as the Helios Core Drive. This combines high-density solid-state batteries, rooftop solar harvesting, and hydrogen-assisted microturbines. Total output is approximately 720 horsepower equivalent, not for speed, for effortless motion. Acceleration is smooth and silent. There's no drama, no engine roar, just continuous forward flow. Range is estimated at over 1,200 kilometers on a full multi-source charge cycle. That means crossing countries without anxiety. The suspension system uses magnetic adaptive dampers that read the road 500 times per second. You float over imperfections. You barely feel transitions. Unique features include climate-zoned microenvironments, biometric access control, and emotional lighting profiles that adjust based on mood. Feeling tired? The lighting softens. Feeling energized? The cabin brightens. This vehicle isn't just reacting to the road, it's reacting to you. Now imagine the lifestyle. Summer mornings by alpine lakes, working remotely with mountains outside your window, cooking dinner under starlight in complete silence. Long road trips without hotels, without schedules, without stress. This could serve as a mobile base camp for hikers, a creative studio for filmmakers, a retreat for digital nomads. It's not about escaping life, it's about redesigning it. And remember, this entire vehicle is a fictional AI-created concept meant to explore what future mobility might look like. It's a thought experiment, a creative vision, a glimpse into possibilities. But visions like this shape reality. They influence designers, engineers, dreamers. And maybe, someday, something inspired by this will exist. Until then, we get to imagine. And honestly, that's pretty powerful. If you enjoyed this journey into the future of travel, let me know in the comments. What would you change? Where would you take it? How would you live in it? Because the road ahead is wide open, and imagination is the only fuel it needs.